Hello and welcome to our viewers on cruxinvestor.com and also to our listeners on Cruxcast, a new podcast series. We picked up the phone this morning to Mark Selby, CEO of RNC Minerals. We've got him on the line. How are you, Mark?
Good, Matthew. How are you?
Fantastic. We saw this press release. We thought we'd take the chance to call you. So thanks very much for taking the call. You completed the Higginsville transaction. Congratulations.
Thank you. Very good to get here.
Well done. I know that was not easy. There's a paragraph in there which talks about the credit facility. I wanted to talk to you about that just so I could understand it a little bit better, because you've carefully crafted 9 separate moving parts in a quite compact paragraph. So can you just talk us broadly through that, and I'll pick up on some questions if I may.
Yeah, no, that's great. So again, we wanted to do a chunk of this financing in a non-dilutive way. So we ran a process that was very competitive. The terms were several points better than I was expecting. So, the 10% interest rate, and then just the 1% fee and 2% fee in shares. Oftentimes for companies at this stage in this type of facility, which is a bridge facility, you'd be looking at 20 or 25 or 30% warrant coverage.
Right.
So we're quite happy with where he landed. Fundamentally, it gives us the maximum amount of flexibility. So access to $35 million. As we go through this process now of finishing the resource, getting the mine plan done, and then re-ramping the mine up, it gives us all the flexibility we need, because we don't have to pay any of the principal back until 12 months from now, and then we have the right to extend it for another 6 months. There's no hooks in this at all. There's no covenants other than sort of maintaining
right.
In the business as we said we were going to.
Okay, so my ex-banker hat on, for a company which doesn't have a reserve yet, I think it's reasonable, but I just want to understand kind of how you got there. So you've taken 35 instead of 25. That's to give you a bit of headroom, wiggle room. Yeah.
Again, because the key thing is, we spent most of the last 2 years prior to the Father's Day vein, living on a very tiny cash balance. Right now we want to have a nice big cash balance, which just gives us, the flexibility to do what we need when we need to do it.
Right.
And drive the business forward without having to worry about, where next week's cash is coming from.
Okay. So it's a kind of 12 to 6 month facility. Don't pay the capital back till the end. You've got interest payments, 10% per annum. But you pay those monthly. You've got cash flow, so it's not an issue. And the fees, I think, fairly standard. What would you say to people who are saying, well, why give away 2% share fee? Why would you do that?
Oh, again, it's just part of the package. And at the end of the day, again, often, the sweeteners that people ask for, can end up being, much high, again, 20, 25, 30% warrant coverage.
So
that would be $7 to $15 million worth of warrants.
Right. So it was a competitive tendering process that you went through to get to this point.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, Mark, thanks for the explanation. I thought that was the case, but it's worth checking, and also it's worth, investors are always keen to sort of understand how you got to where you got to. And also, you'd have a bit of a bump at the end of last week off the back of last week's news. I hope we've got some more news coming, have we?
Yeah. Oh, no. Again, we're continuing to mine in that area. So, and again, I can't tell whether it's a day from now, a week from now, a month from now that we'll bump into it again. But, as I said, we still got multiple levels to mine through. So there's lots of potential to be realized sooner than later there in terms of more high grade gold. The resource update's on track to be released at the end of Q2, which is now just about 3 weeks away.
Great.
And the initial indications look good. And then, we'll be putting an updated mine plan and reserve update out during Q3. And then we'll be pushing forward on Dumont as well. So now the feasibility study update's done. So
fantastic. So there's obviously a few big pieces of news to come out, and hopefully a few exciting little morsels in between. We shall wait and see.
Sure. And maybe just one additional point.
Sure.
I know a couple questions that came up from shareholders. People were wondering why we didn't name the lender in the release. That was at their request. They typically do private company lending, so they're not used to having releasing, their name and the terms of their deals publicly. And as such, they just wanted to sort of not have both those things in public. At the same time, the key thing for us, and one of the reasons we went with them, is because they are, they have a great track record lending to small and medium-sized companies and helping provide them capital to grow over multiple years. This hopefully is the, is the beginning of a longer-term relationship. We've worked well with Ormet in the past, and then our other lenders. Ormet's going to continue to provide a working capital facility to finance our inventory, on our ROMs. And we look forward to working with these guys, going forward. That being said, as we move into our next phase, once we have a reserve in place and a multi-year production plan, we should be able to get even lower cost capital at that point in time, and we'll look at those options, later this year.
Fabulous. And you said there were 2 points, or was that the point?
That was the main. That was who it is, and then why we chose them.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, well, yeah. Thanks for sharing that with us. I do appreciate it. Well, Mark, I'll let you crack on. Thanks for taking the call. We'll speak to you again real soon, hopefully.
No, sounds great. Thanks. Have a good day.
Thank you very much for watching our video. We do aim to give you informed and intelligent information with which to make your investment decisions. So if you liked what you just saw, please give us a thumbs up. And if you want to see more insightful, in-depth, honest, and unbiased interviews, then please click the subscribe button. So thanks again for watching, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.